know, Chester brings in a lot, not just artistically, man, but Chester brings in like an element of beauty and serenity and like, there's good fortune, man.
It was everything. It was him as a front man, it was him as a singer, as a human being, as a person. It was incredible.
There are always bands in everybody's life that kind of define the moments, you know, in your youth that are important to you. And there's a number of bands that do that for me, and STP is definitely one of them. I would go to shows and see these guys play with other bands that kind of shaped my musical taste. They were just better than them live, and it excited me.
We toured with Linkin Park, I think it was about 10 years ago, and he'd come out and do a couple songs with us. We already knew how creative he was and how talented he was. And the fact that we knew him personally, you know, to a degree.
We in no way wanted this to inhibit Linkin Park. I think that was the most thought that was probably given to this, so we could all make this work.
At that point, I got on the phone with Dean, and we talked for about an hour the first day. And immediately I said yes, and then I was like, oh shit, I just said yes.
That's what I mean. Just your hands right now.
As excited as I was, there was also a lot of panic. There's a lot of expectations. Like this is not like having a fresh band that no one's heard of and you're like presenting something. This is like a band with a legacy and a catalog of songs that mean a lot to people. For me, once I got past the initial meeting, which I was having like a massive anxiety attack during the entire time, I was like, you better not fuck this up. I mean, we kind of challenged each other, and I think in a subconscious way of like, okay, we're gonna do this and let's do this. It was a very organic process, but I think all of us were kind of thinking like, this is a big move. We need to just let the music do the talking.
You know, we had to have somebody that we didn't just swallow up. You know, and then that's not the case. You know, Chester's like, all right, keep up with me, guys. Here we go.
You know, it wasn't forced, it was something that we instinctively made happen. It's undeniably STP.
Chester just jumped right in and was just singing away and coming up with lyrics on the spot. The first 30 minutes of us playing music, you know, rough ideas for probably 4 or 5 songs were already coming out.
I'm coming home tomorrow.
So great, man. What a way to end that. We divulged this to no one. I think the only people that we told about this were our significant others. We wanted to kind of unveil this thing at the annual Weenie Roast. And man, we showed up that night to play as the surprise guest. Nobody knew.
It was like the best possible reaction we could get.
People kind of looking and then pointing again, like, oh no, it's Chester.
Pain is there the moment that you wake up from your dream. Oh, I know you can't hide.
It all goes back to really Chester. We knew he would come through and make that work.
So you gotta cross that line. Yeah, you're running out of time.
You know, this was all done in a month. Hey, if we can do this in this amount of time, it feels very right about that.
I can really tell you that I'm very proud to have had the honor to have worked with Scott in the past, when really at a time when there was no one better, in my opinion. I'm really, really excited about what we carved out, and I'm just as honored and just as proud what we're embarking upon right now.
It just really worked out that it could not only continue on, but continue on so well. We can show everyone that, you know, how much great music is still left within us.
Forgive the promise that is never kept.
These guys understand I'm in Linkin Park. So we make the best of our time and our opportunity to work together. We can do whatever we want. There's no label, like we can just make a song and put it out. I think that's just the way that we're gonna keep rolling.
I'm completely thankful and grateful for being in a position that we're in, to be able to do this with someone like him.
I love the guy. I love the guy. He's fun to be around, great to be around. Buys me dinner once in a while.
You know, as important as Linkin Park has been for me over my career, that is as important as this band is to Robert, Eric, and Dean, right? You know, there are definitely big expectations. This is our band now. We're not fucking around.